Hello, my college football friends out there. Welcome to another segment of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel show. I am Buckeye Vinny. Let's get right into this video, my friends. Not a big secret. Today's video is going to be the Peach Bowl preview. That's right. Number one ranked, defending national champs, undefeated Georgia Bulldogs, perfect 13-0, taking on number 4th ranked, the Ohio State Buckeyes, coming in with a 11-1 record. My friends, Buckeye Nation friends, Georgia Bulldogs friends out there and fans, I broke these two teams down as much as I could. And for me, I'm going to have to give the advantage on offense to the Buckeyes. We're talking about a Buckeye team averaging 45 points a game, a Buckeye team nearly putting up 500 total yards in one game, and a Buckeye team that on offense can be explosive. Marvin Harrison Jr. at wideout, Igabuka. What more can you say about these two wideouts? Let's not forget Cade Stover, Julian Fleming, Xavier Johnson. My friends, this should be a battle between the Dogs and the Buckeyes, to say the least. Let's not forget Mayan Williams. Mayan Williams leads the team for the Buckeyes in rushing with 817 yards on the ground and 13 touchdowns. This man is going to bring it big time in the Peach Bowl. On the flip side now, the advantage, in my opinion, would have to go to the Dogs when it comes to the defense. This is a Dogs team only giving up an average of 12.7 points per game. That jumped out big time for me, and their opponents are only averaging 77 yards rushing per game. Now, this is a Buckeye team that's coming into this game that has been explosive on the ground. This is a Buckeye team that averages 198 yards rushing per game. So something's going to have to give in this Peach Bowl, my friends, without a doubt. No disrespect to the Dogs' offense. This is an offense that averages 39 points a game, and they are led by star quarterback Stetson Bennett. When you look at Bennett, you look at a quarterback that is very disciplined. 20 touchdown passes, only 6 interceptions, 3,425 yards passing, and has completed 68% of his passes. The man knows how to get it done, without a doubt. Last 28 games, the Georgia Bulldogs are 27-1. The good news for the Dogs for offense is that they will be getting back A.D. Mitchell, their standout wide receiver. He went down very early in the 2022 this season, went down early with an injury. He is able to bounce back, and he will play in this game for what I heard. A.D. Mitchell is the real deal, my friends. He's a big, strong, quick wide receiver. He goes something like 6'4", right around 200 pounds. And the question mark for me will be, can the Buckeyes secondary stop A.D. Mitchell? If they cannot, it's going to be a long night for the Buckeyes defense, to say the least. We are looking at a Buckeye defense that is led by leading tackler on the team, Tommy Eichenberg. This young man has done it all for the Buckeyes. He's a very strong, quick linebacker, not afraid to lay the lumber to you. When you look at the Buckeyes defense, I see the defense that is strong. This is a defense only giving up 19 points a ball game. And this is a defense that's only yielding 120 yards opponents rushing against the Buckeyes, averaging 120 yards. Through the air, the Buckeyes have only given up, on average, 185 yards on defense through their opponents' passing. So, my friends, when you add it up, this is a Buckeye defense that has been actually better in the past 2-3 years, thanks to defensive coordinator Jim Knowles. Now, for what I've been reading a lot and what I've been analyzing, the way to beat Georgia is you must, number one, be very physical against them. Because why? Kirby Smart has a very physical football team. Second of all, how you can beat this team, the Dogs, is you must put pressure on Stetson Bennett. My friends, I'm going to throw out some stats here. The 3 games that Georgia, don't want to use the term struggled, but did not look like their normal Georgia Dog self. Number 1 was against Kent State. Now, Kent State, even though they're a Mid-American team, they played the Dogs very well. Kent was a 43-point underdog to the Dogs and only lost by 17 points, 39-22. Why did they keep it so close? Because they pressured Bennett. Bennett's final stats against Kent: 27 out of 36 attempts, 272 yards, 0 touchdowns, and he threw 1 interception. Another game that Bennett was pressured all night was against Missouri. Bennett was probably under pressure the whole night, without a doubt. He was 24 out of 43, only completed 55% of his passes against Missouri, for 312 yards, 0 touchdowns, and no picks. Kentucky, a game that I know the Bulldogs were up 16-6, but actually that was the final score, 16-6. He was 13 out of 19, only 116 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So in those 3 games, Stetson Bennett failed to throw a touchdown and threw 2 picks. And for me, why that jumped out at me? Because the defenses pressured Stetson Bennett all night. And that's what the Buckeyes have to do. They have to bring Zach Harrison, JT Tuimoloau, what a great job he's done. They have to bring Tommy Eichenberg. They have to bring the house if they have a chance to stop this Dog offense that actually averages 39 points a game. Another big reason the Buckeyes need to bring their A game on defense is Brock Bowers. They're splendid wide receiver / tight end. What more can you say about this fine young man? 52 grabs on the season, 6 touchdowns. Let's not forget about McConkey, 51 receptions, 5 touchdowns. And now, like I said, they're bringing back and getting back A.D. Mitchell. This could be a very explosive offense, to say the least. And can you only imagine if they had Mitchell throughout the whole season? This team would have averaged somewhere in the mid-40s or upper 40s, to say the least. Let's not forget about their fine running backs: McIntosh, Edwards, Milton. This is the real deal, to say the least. So, again, when I broke both of these 2 teams down, they are very evenly matched ball clubs, without a doubt. Buckeyes giving up 19 points per game on defense. Georgia, again, a stingy 12.7. Buckeyes average 45 points a game on offense. Georgia averages 39. What could come down to this game, which, for what I've been hearing, no one's been talking about it. ESPN, Fox, None of them are talking about it. It could come down to special teams winning this game. The Buckeyes have a very good punter, Jesse Mirko. Very good. Averages something like 45 to 46 yards a punt. And his percentage of getting the ball deep in the opponent's territory is something like 50 to 60% of the times getting it deep within the 20-yard line. Let's not forget our place kicker, Noah Ruggles. 69 out of 70 for extra points and 15 out of 17 made field goals this season. My friends, it could simply come down to a track meet, and whoever has the ball last will end up having to get a game-winning field goal. I would put the chance on Noah Ruggles kicking the game-winning field goal for the Buckeyes. Don't get me wrong. The Bulldogs do have a good place kicker themselves, but I do believe Ruggles is a better place kicker than the Bulldogs kicker. It could come down to that, my friends. So let's not forget about that little notation that I just said. My friends, again, you can't beat this matchup. It's basically physicality against physicality. The game is going to be won in the trenches. Can the O-line of the Dogs keep back that mighty defensive line of the Buckeyes? And vice versa. The Buckeyes have a big O-line against the Dogs' big D-line. And this is what it's going to come down to. You know, I'm just going to be honest as a Buckeye Nation fan here. If the Buckeyes want to get this game won and get it done and upset the best team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, CJ must step up. CJ must play out of his mind and do things that he never done before as the Buckeyes quarterback. And that is, he must run the football from time to time. You know, we're talking about a quarterback for the Dogs that Bennett scored 7 rushing touchdowns this year. He only threw 20, but he scored 7 on the ground. We have a tremendous passer in C.J. Stroud. 37 TD passes and only 6 interceptions, but 0 rushing touchdowns. My friends, if we get in a pickle where it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and we need that first down, and there's open field in front of C.J. Stroud and all of our wideouts are covered, he better take off and run that ball to get the crucial first down that we need to keep that drive alive. Too many times I've seen CJ, when we needed that crucial first down, decides to throw in double coverage or decides to throw a 40-yard bomb. We need 1 or 2 yards. Get that first down, CJ, and keep that drive alive. That's all I'm asking. And I'm sure Coach Ryan Day is asking the same thing. So, my friends, the stage is set. December 31st, the Peach Bowl preview that I just did in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. My friends, if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. I would appreciate that. If you like this video about the Peach Bowl preview, please click on the like button and please comment down below what you think this game will be. Personally, I see it being a track meet. In a dome, AstroTurf, high-powered offense, could be a track meet from start to finish. But I'm going to say this, Buckeye Nation, the Buckeyes cannot get in a hole down 10-0 or 14-0 and try to climb out of it. The Buckeyes got to start out and start out quick and jump on the Dogs early and often. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless. Go Buckeyes. Happy New Year to all. Buckeye Vinny's out of here.